Do we have our own halo or aura? The human aura is comprised as a single large halo or sphere that extends beyond the human body. Its components are made up of 7 primary energy centers. The first, being the root or sex energy center, is symbolized by the color red and is located near the tailbone. Second is the life force connector, symbolized by the color orange and located just below the navel or belly button. The third is the doer or motivator energy center, symbolized by the color yellow and located just below the sternum or heart center. The fourth is our heart, symbolized by the color green. This is our love center. Fifth is our throat, symbolized by the color blue. This is our communication center. The sixth energy center is symbolized by the color violet. Located in the middle of our forehead, it is the inner eye or inner vision center. The seventh energy center is located at the crown of the head and is symbolized by white. It is our universal connector center. All of these energy centers correspond to our physiological organs and our vital and subtle energies. While scientific studies of human consciousness in the past have been limited to brain wave mapping with EEGs and brain scanning with magnetic resonance imaging, Kirlian photography was the first breakthrough to demonstrate that we could actually take a photograph of the human aura. Amazing colors could be seen radiating from human fingertips, leaves, and other organic life forms, proving that all living things have energy fields or auras. Today, the world's first 3D human aura imaging camera and computer technology has emerged as a revolution in the field of consciousness studies. Internationally distinguished physicist Professor Konstantin Korotkov from St. Petersburg Tech University in Russia developed a way to not only see the aura of the human organism, plants, and organic life forms, but to also see the real detailed data and information contained in the aura's energy field. This represents an incredible and exciting breakthrough. This revolutionary camera and computer software captures the biophotons, or aura, radiating off of all 10 fingertips.
And each finger rests on the electrode.
It then transposes the actual information of our aura into a 3D model composite of the entire human body. Our biophotons transmit our consciousness and information, just like voices and TV pictures are transmitted on radio and microwaves. The information in our aura can actually be captured and stored in a computer. Now we can actually measure the amplitude, balance, and integration of radiant energy radiating from all 7 human energy centers. It shows detailed data where a person is radiant or weak in their spiritual, emotional, and physical bodies.
This one's interesting. It has like a spiral coming off.
See the finger?
Oh.
It's a...
Krishna Madappa, an East Indian American research partner of Dr. Korotkov, conducted an experiment designed by David Sarita with 5 meditators. The purpose of these experiments was to scientifically demonstrate how meditation could possibly change and benefit an individual's state of consciousness and raise their vibration. Krishna also decided to see if the group could affect change in the vibration, structure, coherence, and organization of water placed in a glass in front of them.
Why does it take, thousands of lifetimes to become as awake as the Buddha?
That's an interesting question. Because we have so many ways to hide, so many layers to peel, you know? And society doesn't want us to be free, because if we are free, we cannot be controlled. So society does everything to stop the process of freedom in humans.
A baseline was established by taking energy readings of the watcher before the meditation began. The baseline begins at 10 with parameters of 10 to 1. This number represents coherency, structure, and organization of the watcher's energy, 10 being the least and 1 being the highest measurable potential, as in perfect oneness. In the first test, the group participated in 45 minutes of vigorous breathing meditation that is designed to activate each of the 7 energy centers in the body and soul. The group ended with 15 minutes of silent meditation.
The Sufi breathing to me is just taking it to it's a different type of meditation. You're hyperventilating, basically you're breathing in and out, panting like a dog very, very quickly. So you're super enriching the bloodstream of the body with oxygen. So my head, at least what I felt, was I got a little bit dizzy, but it was very much, I opened up in so many ways to the point to where I began to feel like I was in a different space. And in my experience, towards the end of the Sufi breathing, it was about 45 minutes out, I had a vision that I became an eagle and that I was flying into the sun, and I could literally feel the rays of the sun, the yellow rays of the sun impacting my body. And I was flying along. I could feel the wind under my wings. It was really different. I had no idea I'd ever expect anything like this or experience anything like this. But it was really, really good. And then after we did the Sufi breathing exercise, then I was tested on the GDB machine, and it showed a completely different result. My chakras had become more in line. They became larger, especially my heart chakra. I noticed that the heart chakra circle became very, very large on the computer as we viewed that.
Dr. Krishna Madappa took several readings of each of the 5 participants' energy centers and their total aura field.
We are also going to get a baseline reading of the water in a simple principle, as we have done with the electrophoton capture device. And we will do this in principle, taking 15 frames per second for a total of 10 seconds. So we will take 150 frames 5 times. Before and then after the Sufi meditation, we will again look at a similar set, and all this will be dynamical images of the water, at which point in time, once we open it up in the program called the Scientific Laboratory Program, then we can see clearly influence how the water's area, entropy, fractality, intensity, all has contributed before and after.
I met Ananda Mai Ma when I was very young. And then I was away from her for a long, long time. And then I saw her again when she was a little older. And she was completely merged with everything. She was, how can I, it's, words can't describe who she was, who she is.
Yeah, Mukti. That's her. That's not her baseline.
This is Muktima after Sufi breathing.
Yeah.
And you can
look
tell
at her
that,
heart chakra.
Yeah, you can. On one hand, for Muktima, it is really strong when she is in active mode, which is why you also relish dancing, the African dance. That dynamical mode for you is very present.
He then took several readings of the watcher's energy.
Second
Amazing
sequence.
results ensued. The average energy coherency, structure, and organization of the watcher improved by 20% in just 1 hour of meditation, registering from a baseline of 10 and progressing to 8. In the second meditation, the group chanted the word Om for 30 minutes. This meditation is designed to bring harmony to the human body and mind. After this meditation, Krishna again took several readings of everyone's auras and the water's energy.
What will happen now? We must make sure that while we have Nula's nose there and
We cover.
oh
her.
look.
If not, we can just do her tail.
Okay, one more time, Nila, okay?
Okay.
One more time. Well, give me the scarf.
Okay. No, that's right.
This was a study to show is it possible to send and quantify, measure energy of healing, loving energy, to sending. So if we sent loving energy to another being who is not directly in front of you, but in another space, will they receive it? And if they receive it, how does it show?
Wow.
That was the purpose, and this was done with a team of researchers in Slovenia. So here we see that you've got the person who is sending energy. This is the right side, is sending of energy, and on this side is the receiving of energy. So from the right side, when you talk about, because the emotional heart is on the right, it is sending, so there is a little burst, and of course these bursts are captured.
And it's separate
on,
from the body. It's
and
leaving, this burst is leaving the body.
Indeed.
Oh, that's amazing.
And the receiver is receiving it. And look at the shape of that too.
How far away are they physically from each other during the experiment?
2 buildings.
Two buildings.
2 buildings.
So this burst of energy traveled 2 buildings and went to
This person who was the receiver.
And this is
And-
documented scientifically as biophoton emissions.
Yes, yes.
Honey, you got big chocolates.
Yeah, some big chocolate.
Look at the size of those things.
That's a new way. Yeah, I like your chakras. Nice. They are huge.
Look at her blue. Let me just zoom in on her blue inner eye chakra.
Mm.
Now look at it's like taking up the whole head.
What?
This is after Om.
Okay.
Yeah. So she even told me this. The gentle meditations have a more, but your inner eye chakra, your third chakra, and your crown are very, and your throat, and your heart.
Look at the strength that has gained from here up
In the Om.
in the Om, and you had a